Um, Happy solstice, everyone. Welcome to your practice. Welcome to 60 minutes for yourself this morning or whenever you're practicing. The practice that we're going to move through today is kind of like, I called it like the variety spice pack yesterday because we're kind of hitting a little bit of everything. We'll get into the shoulders and around the scapula. We'll get into our hips and our hamstrings, and we're moving through side bends and heart opening and twisting as well. So working to open the body at all different angles. After traveling, that's definitely what my body needed this week. So hopefully that's what your body needs as well. And then the heart space offering is the consideration of how we can cultivate sanctuary within ourselves. How we can create a sense of safety and security and steady within ourselves, no matter where we are, what's moving through our lives. And our yoga practice is a practice that can help us explore that can help us even just come into the consideration of how do I feel when I feel safe? What's present in my body? What are the sensations that are symbolic of safety? How does my breath feel when I feel safe? Is there a specific person, place, or thing that also is symbolic of sanctuary? And how can I carry that within myself so that no matter where I am, I have access to that sense of steady? Especially during this season, I think having that inner space to which we can turn whenever we need it can be really helpful. And so we'll have a moment to connect with that once you start to settle into meditation. Go ahead and just make your way into a comfortable shape. So that might be seated meditation, that could be Shavasana, whatever feels best for you this morning. Just take a moment though to close your eyes. And to adjust to the earth, whether it's your sits bones on the ground or your entire spine, resting to your yoga mat. Just first begin to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. The natural organic flow of inhale in and exhale out. And the movement of your breath before any sort of manipulation or expansion. And then as you're ready, begin to take a deeper breath in. And then a slower and steadier breath out. Maybe you begin to activate your Ujjayi Pranayama. Moving your breath intentionally through your nose, across the back of your throat, creating an ocean-like sound through your body with your breath. As you continue to expand each breath in and extend each breath out, maybe start to bring to mind again this idea of inner sanctuary, a safe space within yourself that you can create. Perhaps you think about how your body feels in terms of sensation when you feel most grounded, steady, and safe. And thinking about that sensation in your body, maybe you feel some of that sensation begin to wash through. Maybe you start to think about a real or an imagined place that represents your sanctuary. And can you visualize this place in your mind's eye? And maybe it's somewhere that you have been before, somewhere that holds special meaning for you. Maybe it is somewhere that you've created within your imagination exactly to your liking. But try to visualize the really intricate details of this place. What's there? What do you see? Is there someone else there? Who is it? What are the sounds that are present within the space? Maybe smells. Maybe there's items that hold special meaning as well. But again, bringing to heart and mind this inner sanctuary and allowing the sensation of safety and security to wash over your body with your breath as you visualize this place. Again, remembering that you have access to this place always, no matter where you are, no matter what has been placed in your path. You can turn inward through your breath and through the awareness of your body. You can connect to this place within yourself. And so just taking one more moment to create this sensation of sanctuary, to visualize your sanctuary. And then maybe allowing your practice today to be about leaning in to whatever feels most safe, most secure, most steady as you move through practice. Okay, creating a practice that feels really nourishing and nurturing in your bones, so that by the time you close your class today, you feel both held and supported by the earth when we arrive to the final Shavasana, but you feel like you've been held and supported by your practice all along the way. Yeah. So making this gentle commitment to creating sanctuary within ourselves. Let's take a big breath in through the nose all together. And when you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release. And just take your time to take another big breath in through your nose. And this time out of your nose, let that breath go, your Ujjayi Pranayama. And then begin to breathe your Ujjayi Pranayama and find your way into a full body stretch on your back body. As you find your way into your full body stretch, maybe you spread your fingers, your toes, maybe you circle through your ankles and your wrists for a moment. I have to tell you, I just realized my sweatshirt was on backwards that whole time. And as you find your way into knees to chest, or to gather both knees into your body, take a little rock from side to side. So it happens when you get dressed in the dark. Big breath into the back of your heart space. And then exhale, let your knees drop over to the left, just into a gentle twist. So knees stack left. If you'd like to take the full rotation of the length of your spine, go ahead and tip your gaze over to the right. Let's take a slow breath across your right side ribs. And as you slowly release that breath away, maybe you see if you twist a little bit deeper. Or can let go of something else, maybe a thought from your mind, an area of tension within your body. When we come back through center, just slow motion, bring one leg at a time back to the midline. And eventually chip your knees over to the right, gentle twist second side. As your knees go right, let your gaze go left. Just take a moment to settle into your twist. Then offer your breath across your left side body. Feel your left ribs spread wide open. And on your exhale, again, let that be your invitation to twist a little bit deeper. And to settle into this moment a little bit more. Then this time as we come back through center, you're going to keep your knees bent, place your feet down to the earth. Go ahead and lengthen your left leg up to the sky, and without using your hands, use the strength of your body to bring your left leg towards you. So think unfacilitated hamstring stretch. You can press through your right foot. You can pull your navel to your spine, but just start by using no hands in your hamstring stretch. You can point, flex, and circle through your left ankle if you'd like, checking in with your ankle, your calf. And then for a moment, if you would like to use your hands to encourage your left leg towards your body, and just notice the difference in sensation. Continue to wrap your left outer hip crease, so like where your front jean pocket would be. Wrap that area towards the front of your yoga mat, so your left side body is really spacious. And then start to flex your left heel high to the sky again if it's not already, and take your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. So moving into our core connection this morning, we're going to inhale, lower our left leg down towards a hover. So take your time, left leg goes slowly down to a hover. As you exhale, push through your right foot. Bend your left knee into your body like a bicycle. We're going to twist right elbow towards left thigh, and then reach your right arm out and across. Right foot is pressing into the earth. Now as you inhale, reach your left leg forward to a hover again. Bring your right hand behind your head as you bring your heart back to center. Head and shoulders can be lifted or lowered. Same thing, same side. As you exhale, bend your left knee to your body, push through your right foot, twist and reach your right arm out across. And as you inhale, left leg goes forward to a hover, right hand behind your head, heart to center. Same thing, exhale, twist and reach, push through your right foot. And inhale, lengthen and open. And last two, exhale, twist and reach. Heart stays lifted the whole time. Final one, inhale, center and lengthen. Last one, exhale, twist and reach your right arm way across your body. And then inhale, left leg lengthens, heart back to center. Keep your heart square on your exhale, just lift your left leg to the sky. And as your head and shoulders relax back, figure for your left ankle on your right thigh just for a moment. You can lift your right foot off the earth if you would like. Maybe take a little rock from side to side. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to move into that unfacilitated hamstring stretch, second side. So bridge your left foot to the earth. Reach your right leg to the sky, but release your hands for a moment and just use the strength of your body to bring your right leg towards you. Send energy up through your right heel for a moment, then maybe point through your toes, maybe circle in one direction, and the other, just checking in with ankle, calf, hamstring. Your left foot can continue to root into the earth. And then from here, from the unfacilitated hamstring stretch, go ahead and maybe add in your hands and just feel the difference. But try to keep that wrapping forward action of your right hip crease. And as your right hip crease wraps forward to the top of your yoga mat, you can maintain all that spaciousness through your right side body. It might give you a little bit more of a true hamstring stretch or a more honest hamstring stretch. And from here, you're going to reach your right heel up nice and tall. Take your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. As we inhale, right leg's going towards a hover, strong through your belly. On your exhale, bicycle your right knee into your body. Lift your head and shoulders, twist your left elbow towards your right thigh. Reach your left arm out and across. And then on your inhale, right leg goes forward, heart back to center, left hand behind your head. Head and shoulders hover. And exhale, bend your right knee in, twist across, reach your left hand across. And then inhale back to center, left hand behind your head, right leg reaches forward to a hover. Last three, exhale, bicycle, twist and reach. Left hand extends out. And then inhale, lengthen, heart back to center, both hands behind your head. Last two, exhale, twist and reach. Then inhale, head and shoulders lifted through center as your right leg reaches to a hover. Final time here, push through your left foot as you bicycle, twist, and reach. So good, and then inhale, right leg forward to a hover, left hand behind your head. Keep your head at center, just lift your right leg to the sky. And as your head and shoulders release back, figure for your right ankle on your left thigh. And depth here. We'll just take a moment to open through the right hip. Feel free to take a little bit of motion here or just stay at center. Think Ujjayi breath in and Ujjayi breath out. From here, as you feel complete in your hip opening and you're ready to rise up, we're going to unwind our legs, start to rock, unroll the length of your spine. We're going to meet in a cross-legged seat. So you'll take your cross-legged seat, go ahead and bring your right shin in front of your left. With your right shin in front of your left, sit up tall as you inhale. Reach your hands to the sky. And as you exhale, twist towards the right. So take your left hand across you, right hand behind you. Hold on to your right knee with your left hand, or your right thigh bone with your left hand. So your left hand is gripping onto your right leg in some way. Your right fingertips are like a kickstand. As you inhale, lift and lengthen a little bit taller to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And then from here, keep your left hand holding your right knee. I'll rotate towards you a little bit so you can see better. So left hand continues to hold your right knee, but turn your heart forward to the top of your yoga mat, and then reach your right hand up overhead for a side body stretch. So right knee is heavy in the direction of the earth. Your left hand is holding your right knee so that you can really lean into the stretch. Your left arm is like a seat belt or like a hammock for your body. It's going to really tip towards your left side. And then as you start to sit up tall, reach your right hand to the ceiling. Eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Single or double wrap. Shoulders out of ears. Take a big breath in. Lift your elbows to the sky. As you exhale, cat your spine, your upper back rounds. Let your head hang heavy for a moment. Round, round, round. Big stretch behind the back of your heart. Breathe in. Lift your eagle arms up to the sky again. As you exhale, slow motion, goddess your arms unwind. And from here, as you inhale, lift your hands to the sky. Lean back into a boat pose. You can be in baby boat, medium boat. You can take a full boat if you would like. Your heart really proud, take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to twist towards the left and goddess your arms. So turn your heart to the left at the same time, goddess your arms, but stay proud through your chest. Then inhale up through center, reach your hands high. Exhale, twist to your right and goddess your arms as you twist right. Feel your strong core. Then inhale up through center. This time, go ahead and cross your left shin in front of your right cross-legged seat at the top of your yoga mat. Big breath in. And exhale, twist to your left. So right hand's going to reach across and grab your left knee or thigh bone. Left fingertips are your kickstand behind you. Your inhale, boost your heart taller to the sky. So your crown get a little bit lighter towards the ceiling. And then your exhale is going to encourage you deeper into your twist, into your rotation. And your right hand is still holding your left knee. Feel your left knee magnetized towards the earth. And then turn your heart forward and reach your left hand into your side body stretch. And your right hand is holding onto your left knee. You can really tip over to the right side. Heavy through left knee and left hip. Breathe into your left side body for one more moment. And then left arm will lengthen to the sky as you sit up tall. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Shoulders out of ears. Breathe and scoop your elbows forward and up. On your exhale, cat your spine around, curl in. Let your head hang heavy for a moment. We'll breathe up again through our elbows. And exhale, goddess your arms unwind. Inhale, stretch your hands to the sky, lean back into your boat pose variation. And as you exhale, twist to your right, goddess your arms. And inhale through center, reach tall. Exhale, twist to your left, goddess your arms. And inhale up through your center. And this time exhale to tabletop pose. Go ahead and find all fours. As you find all fours, start with your cow shape. So once you have your shoulders stacked over wrists, hips above knees, breathe in, lift your heart, lift your tailbone tall. With your exhale, go ahead and round your spine to a cat pose. Your head be heavy. Tailbone tucks, push the earth away. Inhale to your cow shape, lift your heart, lift your tail. And exhale, cat pose around your spine. This time, inhale, cow pose, heart and tailbone rise. And as you exhale from your cow pose, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, reach your sits bones up and back. Just take a moment here, reach one heel to the earth, and then stretch your other heel towards the earth. And as you pedal through your feet, begin to pedal and walk forward to the top of your yoga mat into your forward fold Uttanasana. Let your knees soften, let your head be heavy, tailbone tall. Maybe lean a little bit forward and back. Then keep some of the softness in your knees. As you breathe into your halfway lift, how long can you get from crown to sitting bones? Your hip creases pull back in space. And then exhale, forward fold, let it go. We'll breathe in and rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, reach high to the sky. At the top, left hand grabs your right wrist, lean to your left for a side body stretch. On your inhale, rise tall to your center. Exhale, switch your grip and lean to your right, side body stretch. Big breath in, lift up to the midline. This time as you exhale, goddess to your arms. Then soft knees, fold forward, swan down to the earth. Let your heart lead the way as you dive all the way down. We'll inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. The cow lunge, let your left knee hover, take a big breath in, the heart reaches forward. And then exhale to your cat lunge, lengthen out through your legs any amount. Go ahead and bend into your front knee again, step back into a high plank pose. Your right foot meets your left. Pause for your inhale, strong through your quads. And stay as you exhale, pull your navel to your spine. We'll breathe in to shift forward. Knees up or down, lower all the way to the earth. Keep your quadriceps engaged as you release to your belly. And then untuck your toes. Inhale to a low cobra. Lift the back of your heart. As you exhale, lower back down. Head to gecko pose. Turn your fingertips wider than your yoga mat. Stack your elbows over your wrists, shoulders out of ears. Breathe in, lift your heart up through center. And exhale, just lower right back down. And inhale, gecko pose, lift your heart through center. This time, exhale, dip your left shoulder and engage to the right. And inhale up through center. And exhale, right shoulder dips in, look to the left. Last time up through center, full inhale. Heart lowers down as you exhale. Hands by your low ribs. Breathe into a low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. And we'll exhale together to downward facing dog. Take your time and lift your hips to the sky. Then from your downward facing dog, inhale your right leg up to the ceiling just for a moment. And on your exhale, go ahead and step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Then from here, your left ankle is going to cross behind your right, cross-legged forward fold. Soften through your knees, let your head be heavy for a moment. Lean forward and back. Now, pinky toes do not need to match up, and your knees can bend really generously here if you need to. With your inhale, unwind your legs, traditional forward fold, lift up halfway, and exhale to release back down. Rise all the way to stand with your breath, Urdhva Hastasana. Listen this time as you exhale, eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. With an inhale, lift your elbows to the sky. As you exhale, soften your knees and curl, crunch your elbows towards your belly, head heavy for a moment. Inhale, eagle arms to the sky. Exhale, unwind through goddess arms and let your heart lead the way. Swan dive forward to your forward fold. To get halfway, lift breath in. Step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat as you breathe out. Right knee hovers, cow lunge. Inhale through your heart. Then exhale to your cat lunge, lengthen out through your legs. We bend into your front knee, high plank, left foot takes a big step back. When you're ready, follow your inhale forward. Knees up or down, lower halfway or all the way chaturanga. Open your heart up, down cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog, hips to the ceiling. Then inhale your left leg to the ceiling just for a moment, three-legged dog. Your exhale places your left foot to the top of your yoga mat. Step your right ankle behind your left, cross-legged forward fold, soft knees, heavy head. Pinky toes, again, do not need to line up. Give yourself one more moment just to be right here. I know it's pretty sticky. Then as you unwind your legs, traditional forward fold, breathe in to lift up halfway, and exhale to fold back down. Rise all the way to stand. Your inhale lifts you up. Exhale, eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. With an inhale, elbows scoop to the sky. As you exhale, soft knees around your upper back like a cat spine. Breathe in, elbows rise tall. Exhale, goddess your arms and swan dive forward. Heart leads the way to your forward fold. To get halfway lift with your breath. Vinyasa or down dog. So step back or flow back. Choosing your customized transition to find you all the way back to downward facing dog when you're ready. Now take a big breath in through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale, let it go. And inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. And go ahead and bend your knee and open your hip with your breath out. On your inhale, you circle your hip one direction. And as you exhale, take a hip circle in the opposite direction. Big breath in, right leg reaches long again. Exhale, right knee towards right shoulder, shift forward. Hold for your inhale. And stay as you exhale. Take your time, three-legged dog. Pull your right leg up and back. Then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Big wide step forward. Lower your left knee down to the earth. And then headed toward twisted monkey. You can stay square if you prefer. Otherwise, maybe your right toes turn slightly to the right. For your twist, your right hand can go to your inner thigh. You can reach your right hand to the back of the room. Or if you want to add in a thigh stretch, bend your left heel to your seat. Option to then catch your left foot with your right hand. So your left ribs drawn towards your right quadricep, your right thigh. Then feel your shoulder blades helping to add more length in your spine, creating more space between your sternum and your tailbone. And from here, as you release, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Turn your right toes forward, lift your back knee off the ground. You're gonna hug your right knee into your right tricep, or you're gonna find that half crow and float your right foot off the earth where we just were. From here, downward facing dog. Right toes meet your left, just downward facing dog. Use an inhale to lift your heels up high. As you exhale, like a wave, roll forward to high plank. So cat spine forward to your high plank. When you're ready, we're going to scoop it up and back to down dog, so a full spinal wave. Think hovering tabletop, cow your spine, harden tailbone lift, and you slide back to downward facing dog. So the next round, we'll make that a little more fluid, but a big spinal wave in between. So inhale your left leg to the ceiling when you're ready. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your head. Use your inhale to circle your hip in one direction. And then exhale, hip circle in the opposite direction. Be three-legged dog together. Left knee, left shoulder as you breathe out. Hold for your inhale. And stay as you exhale. Three-legged dog, take your time, pull from your belly, left leg to the sky. Then place your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Strong, wide step. Release your right knee to the earth. Again, you can stay here, you can stay square, or twisted monkey. Let your left toes go whatever direction your knee wants to go. Left hand can go inner thigh to the back of the room, or maybe adding in the thigh stretch. You can bend your right heel in without catching your right foot. The connection between hand and foot is optional. Again, think about breathing length through your body. A string from your sternum pulls your heart forward. When you roll your ribcage, you spiral your ribcage so that your right ribs are pulling or magnetized towards your left thigh. Collarbones wide for one more breath in. We'll exhale, left hand to the inside of left foot, back into your lifted lizard lunge, back toes tug, back knee lifts. You can either just squeeze left knee to left tricep, or you can float your left foot to your half crow. We're going directly to downward facing dog, so use your core to pike your hips up, and just place your left toes to the earth. Inhale, heels rise high. Exhale, spinal wave. Roll forward to your high plank, and then scoop it up and back, like soft knees, hips lead the way, downward facing dog. Okay, building on, inhale your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Stay or wild thing, option to explore wild thing, using the space that you've been creating around your shoulder blades. In the beginning of your practice, maybe take a big circle with your right arm in one direction. And a circle in the other direction if you're in your wild thing. We'll return to our three-legged dog. Release your right hand to the earth. Everyone lengthen your right leg to the sky. Right knee, right shoulder shift forward. Hold or one-legged plank as you inhale, maybe reach your right leg back. Right knee, right shoulder as you breathe out. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg to the sky and your breath in. Step your right foot forward in between your hands this time, you'll be held it there. And then just make sure your feet are about hips distance apart. And we'll rise together, high crescent lunge. Big breath in. A moment to arrive, to settle your exhale, sink you into your strong legs. Then inhale a little more, lift your heart. And super slow motion, goddess your arms. So really slow, feel all the moments along the way. Let your hands fall to interlace behind you. Right thumb on top of left. Pull your front ribs in, spread your collarbones wide, and then maybe from there you lengthen through your arms. Now you're going to take this bind over to your left hip. So I know that's a little bit funky. From the back, this is what it looks like. So you still have the bind, but your elbows are bent, hands are on your left hip. Reach your left elbow back in space towards the wall behind you, and hug your left elbow to the midline towards your right elbow. Strong through your legs. This is a little bit challenging for balance. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. The left elbow reaching back. Left elbow is hugging to your right elbow. Right ear is dropped to your right shoulder. From here, keep your right hand where it is. Reach your left hand overhead for a side body stretch. Gently press your pelvis into the back of your right hand. Breathe into your left side body. And then prayer twist your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Just for a moment, palms come together. Think inhale for length. Exhale for depth. Begin to push the strength of your feet. Once your feet are strong and ready, high crescent lunge, rise all the way through your center, full breath in. Open to warrior two just for a moment. Right away, reverse your triangle, lifting out of your right hip. So right leg long, right hand high. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat. Bend into your left knee for a side lunge. Spread your wings out wide. So we bend to the left, we spread our wings. Push through your feet, star pose, rise up as you inhale. Same thing, same side. Exhale, sink to the left. Really send your pelvis back in space as you sink low. Push through your feet to rise up, star pose, inhale. Last time, sink it to the left as you exhale. Bring your right fingertips to the earth, twist your left into the sky, side lunge, twist, breathe in. And then rotate to your left, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat with your breath out. And from here, share pose, your right foot steps to meet your left. Sink into your seat, big breath in, lift through heart and hands. We'll exhale, airplane arms, option to lift your tippy toes for a moment, for just a pause. And if you have your tippy toes, go ahead and keep your right heel lifted, land your left foot to the earth. We'll flamingo our right heel to our seat. From the power of your left leg, rise up, one-legged Tadasana, big breath in. Figure four, right ankle on left thigh, reach your hip creases back, and then sink into your one-legged chair, maybe hands to heart. Keep your right ankle active. And keep your spine really long, spacious, hard as rock. We stay for inhale. And we stay for exhale. Now listen, we're going to a bent knee airplane. So your left knee is going to remain bent as you take the rest of your body to airplane pose. So rise up just enough to unhook. As you send your right leg back, keep the bend through your left leg, wings wide. This is from my friend Anna. She teaches this bent knee airplane variation. From here, you're gonna maybe lengthen your left leg into your traditional airplane pose. To your crescent lunge, land your right toes to the earth. Whew, big breath in, lift your heart and hands. And then exhale your hands down to the ground, framing your left foot. Step back to a downward facing dog, left toes meet your right. As you inhale, lift your heels up high. Exhale, spinal wave, roll forward like a cat spine. As you're ready, scoop it up and back to down dog. Think hovering tabletop cow spine all the way to downward dog. Okay, here we go. We have second side. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. And your exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Invitation to stay or wild thing. Left toes can land behind you. As you open your heart, maybe take a big circle with your left arm in one direction if you're in wild thing. And a circle in the other direction. We'll all connect back in three-legged dog. Left hand lands, big breath in, left leg to the sky. Your exhale, bring your left knee towards the left shoulder. Hold our one-legged plank as you inhale. Left knee, left shoulder is your exhale. Three-legged dog, pull from your center. Left leg reaches tall. Step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. And just take a moment. I know that's a really long progression. It's a lot of core. And then once your legs are ready to support you, eventually find your way to a high crescent lunge. We'll breathe in to rise. Settle into your space. Settle into your breath. Then inhale, proud heart. Exhale, slow motion. Goddess arms. So try not to rush through this opening. Feel all those moments along the way. Your hands will fall to interlace behind you, left thumb on top of right. Make sure your front arms are drawing in as you open your collarbones across your chest. And then lengthen through your arms. Your hands are going to your right hip this time. Reach your right elbow back and pull your right elbow to the midline. Try to square your hips forward. Shoulders forward, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Keep reaching your right shoulder back and pull your right elbow in. So you let your left ear be really heavy to the left. Strong legs. You can always drop your back knee down for this. I know it's a long hold in our lunge. Now from here, keep your left hand where it is. Reach your right hand up overhead for the side bend. Full inhale along your right side. Then prayer twist, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh as you exhale. You need to slightly adjust your feet, you can. Push through your feet, here for a breath in. Or here for a breath out. Drive through your feet. Inhale to your crescent lunge slow. We'll exhale, opening through warrior two. Right away, reverse your triangle. Left leg goes long, left hand to the sky. Once you found your way to reverse triangle, turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat. We'll bend into right knee side lunge. Really send your pelvis back in space. Now push through your feet, star pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend right side lunge. And push through your feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend right side lunge. For the twist, left hand low, turn your heart to the right as you reach your right hand to the sky. You're facing the top of your yoga mat, and a pivot to the right, low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. We'll meet in chair pose, left foot steps forward. As you sink into your strong seat, take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane arms with your tippy toes. Option to sink your hips a little bit lower here. In your chair pose, if your heels are lifted, place your right heel to the earth. Everyone flamingo your left heel to your seat. Strong right leg pushes down, rise up, one-legged Tadasana. When you're ready, figure four, left ankle on right thigh. Settle into your standing balance, your standing hip opening. Give yourself a breath right here. And now you know where we're headed, so we're gonna move into that airplane pose with a bent right knee. So rise up just enough to send your left leg back. Your right knee is bent, everything else is traditional airplane. Strong belly. You can choose to stay here, or you can push extension through your right leg if you would like to. Doesn't have to be locked out to the knee, maybe a micro bend to the knee at least. And then crescent lunge, we softly descend to the earth. Big breath in, lift your heart and hands. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step all the way back to down dog. One more time, spinal wave, heels go high on your inhale. Exhale, roll forward, high plank. Scoot back, downward facing dog as you breathe in. And child's pose with your breath out. Knees to the earth, your hips rest to your heels. I know that's a very long sequence until our child's pose pause. So give yourself a couple cycles of breath. Feeling the flow of your breath in your lungs. And the beat of your heart in your chest. Symbolic of all the life and energy moving through you in this moment. And then go ahead and take your time to eventually rise up to a seat. Whew. And once you find your seat, we're going to, you can face whatever direction you want. I'm going to turn to face you. We're going to be moving into Janu Sirsasana. So send your right leg out long. Bring your left foot in for Janu Sirsasana. So right leg long, left foot in. You can really do either side, but make it a little bit confusing if you're doing the opposite leg when we add in the upper body. So right leg long, left foot in, big breath in, reach high. Now on your exhale, we're gonna add the side bend in. So start with your left or right hand on the earth, reach your left hand up and over. So you're creating this big stretch through your left side body. You can stay here, or if you would like to, you can take your right hand instead. the outside of your left knee or thigh. So like what we did in our cross-legged seat at the beginning of practice, turning your heart open. You can go as far as you want to, but make sure you're prioritizing the openness across your heart. So sometimes going to our maximum range of motion isn't always what gives us like the most productive stretch in the body. Right? Sometimes it feels better just to like hang out a little bit higher. So see what you need. And from here, you'll rise up with an inhale. Stargazer, right hand to the earth. Similar to Wild Thing, you're gonna press your pelvis up. As you shift onto your right shin bone, rather your left shin bone, you're gonna circle, sweep through your top arm. I'm trying to mirror you, which means opposite of what I'm doing. So your right arm is circling. Make sure you go both directions. And then sink down to the earth. And we'll switch outside. So left leg goes long, right foot comes in. I'll do a better job of making sure I have left and right straight this time. As you flex your left toes to the sky, breathe in, reach tall. Heading into the side bend, left hand low, right hand reaches overhead. And you can stay right here. This might be plenty, or you can take your left hand to your right knee. It's like that hammock seatbelt action. Again, be really curious with all the moments along this. So this is usually where I hang out in this variation, even though I can go all the way down here. I usually stay a little bit taller. My core is pretty active here as well. I'm working on the spiral open of my chest, trying to create space between shoulders and ears though. Give yourself another breath here, exploring the spaces along the way. And then we'll make our way into that stargazer shape. So as you rise up, it is your right hand that's going to go to the earth. You're going to shift your pelvis forward. You'll be sitting up onto your right shin. And then you circle out your left arm. And then just make sure you're going both directions in your arm circle. As you feel complete, you'll sink your seat to the earth. Turn to face the front of your yoga mat if you're not already there. And just scooch a little bit forward so that you have space to roll back into. Bend your knees a little bit and flex your feet up. Yeah. So we're going to take one last little seated stretch here and then we'll lie down. So this is from a teacher named Greta Hill. Some of you I know are familiar with her, but she's great. Anyways, this is a stretch that I've taken in her class before, so I can't take credit for it. With your knees bent, your feet flexed, you're going to take your right hand across to your left foot. So kind of like our gorilla pose, your toes are going to your wrist crease. From here, you can just let your left hand be to the earth beside you, but you can let your head hang heavy. What you're going to do is think about pushing forward with your left toes and catting your spine. So think about almost the back of your heart pulling back. Navel to spine, head heavy. As you push and pull, you're creating a stretch along the muscles that line your spine. Really try to let your head release. Give yourself one more breath here. Transition out, go ahead and just release the push-pull pressure. Slowly rise up, and then you're going to take your left hand over to your right foot. Your head hang heavy, think cat spine, and then start to press forward like you're pushing on the gas pedal with your right toes. Lean back, breathe into the back of your heart space. You can use your right hand on the earth to push forward to help create the stretch at the back of your heart as well, if you'd like. And just take one more breath here. Maybe an extra breath as well, actually. Really letting your head hang heavy as much as you can. And then again, if you want to stay longer, feel free. Otherwise, go ahead and just release the push-pull pressure so there's no extra pressure. And then rise up tall. Keep your feet flexed into the earth. Use an inhale to lengthen your hands and heart to the ceiling. Then exhale, slow motion. Lower yourself to the ground. So using the strength of your belly, begin to hinge all the way back onto the earth. We'll eventually land into a full body stretch. A big breath in to lengthen. And then exhale, gather your knees into your chest. So here, go ahead and interlace your hands onto your right shin. Extend your left leg out so you're in wind removing pose. Just draw your right thigh in nice and snug. Take a breath here. Then exhale, supine twist. Right knee tips across you to the left. With your collarbones wide open to the sky. Move a couple cycles of breath along your right side body. From here, we're going to continue to roll in the same direction, so to your left side, into a belly down half frog. So your right knee just slide further away from the midline. As you roll onto your belly, you can make a pillow for your forehead with your hands. You can turn a cheek to the side. Right knee is a frog leg, so you have this 90-degree bend to your right side. Option to add in a thigh stretch would be bend your left heel to your seat. I reach back with either hand. I like to reach with my right hand, but either hand to your left foot, adding in the thigh stretch. Now you slide your right knee to where you like it. Your belly down half frog or belly down half frog with your thigh stretch bind wherever you are. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, if you have the bind, slowly release your left leg long again. From here, reach your left arm to the back of your yoga mat. So your left arm is long in the opposite direction of your left leg. That gives you the space to roll onto your back body again. And as you roll onto your back body, you're going to go Mukasana legs. Your right thigh is going to stack on top of your left. If you don't like Gomukhasana, you can take figure 4 right ankle on left thigh. For Gomukhasana, you're going to reach opposite hands to opposite ankles or feet. You'll flex your feet, lifting your heels away from your hips slightly, lengthening through both side bodies. You can be in stillness, or you can rock a little bit from side to side here. Again, whether you're in figure 4 or Gomukhasana, taking your breath and your awareness to the space of the most sensation. Maybe it's in your hips, your pelvis area. Move your breath and awareness there. And then we'll slowly unwind. When you're moving pose second side, reach your right leg long, left knee stays hugged in. We'll complete the second side, then we'll be in Shavasana. Take a big breath to your belly. Exhale, supine twist. Breathe in here. And breathe out here. Heart wide open to the sky. Take one more breath. Again, just like we did before, we're going to start to find our transition. You'll choose either belly down half frog or that belly down half frog variation with your quadricep stretch. So your left knee's across your body. That's going to lead you. Left knee's going to slide further from the midline. As you roll to your right side, belly down, half dog, making a pillow for your forehead or turning a cheek to the side. Adjust where you want your left knee. Maybe bend your right heel to your seat and reach back with either hand to catch your foot. If you have the thigh stretch add-on, pull your navel to your spine. It'll give you a little more depth. You can also think about tucking your tailbone to the back of your right knee. When you release from here, you'll be choosing either your figure 4 or Gomukhasana legs. It's going to be left thigh on top of right or left ankle on top of right. When you're ready to transition, release your right leg long, reach your right arm long in the opposite direction. Roll onto your back body. Left thigh is on top or left ankle is on top. Gomukhasana or figure 4. Active ankles, long spacious side bodies, your sitting bones stretch to the top of your yoga mat. And then you decide if you'd like to be in movement or stillness. Offer your body at least one more slow cycle of breath in this shape. And then as you release, as you unwind, hug your knees into your heart, curl your nose up to your knees, take a big breath in. And when you're ready, exhale to your Shavasana. Allow your whole body to release out across the earth. Your head and shoulders, your hips, your arms and legs all settle into your yoga mat. Allow your eyes to drop closed. And maybe take one more deep breath in through your nose. And then a cleansing exhale out of your mouth. If you have a little bit more extra time in your day, in your morning to rest longer, then I encourage you to stay a little bit longer since our Shavasana was a little short. If you don't have the extra time, go ahead and slowly start to reawaken your body as you deepen your breath. You might feel Good to extend into a full body stretch on an inhale. As you exhale, allow your hands to arrive at your heart, either in prayer, Anjali Mudra, or one hand on your heart and the other stacked on top. Connecting back to that sense of inner sanctuary, creating that sense of inner security and safety within yourself, knowing that that steadiness is accessible to you always, no matter where you are, no matter what you're moving through. You can return to that sensation of grounding, of comfort, of connection, of support when you need it. Taking a deep breath in to seal in our practice, to seal in that sanctuary. Inhale to fill all the way up. And when you're ready, one more open mouth exhale, release that breath all the way out. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our individual practices serve as our individual teachers, guiding us to live more authentically and love more deeply. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing yourself and your practice, and namaste.